Receiving simulator transmission. Uploading transmitted feed. Initializing playback sequence. Alright Seipher, we're ready.
Hey everyone, Seipher here, and welcome back to Seipher Plays Pokémon Ruby Nuzlocke. In the last episode, we started off by exploring Route 111, or at least what little we had to explore Route 111, facing off with interviewers Gabby and Ty, before making our way up to Route 112, up through Fiery Path, up through the rest of Route 112, and then through Route 113, where we caught a few Pokemon along the way, including a Machop, a Coughing, and a Skarmory, which turned out to be a rather mixed bag, but hey, I'll take it. And we ended things off by reaching Fallarbor Town, where we collected a few things, mainly a nugget from a crater outside of one of the houses, pointing out the nickname Raider, not the nickname Raider, the Pokemon Move Maniac, and collecting a few TMs along the way. This time we are going to be continuing exploring Route 114, which was directly west of Fallarbor Town. So, before we actually get on into it, I want to quickly just point out I've done a bit of training off screen for Merc. I've gotten him up quite a bit. He also finally learned a water move, so he's looking pretty good at this point. I believe he'll be quite crucial to fights coming up, but before that I also put Urbosa in the front of my party because we're going to try and find a new party member here, so let's see what we can come across. Oh my. Okay, well, that is quite the find. Zangoose. Only available in Ruby version, so I'm glad, and it's pretty much the entire reason I wanted to play Ruby, because you can't get this in Emerald, and honestly, the fact that you can never get a Zangoose in Emerald, or really the fact that there are exclusive Pokemon that are not available in a third version of a game, always kind of irks me the wrong way. Anyway, let's quickly just swap to somebody who can take a hit by having Pika basically tank all this. Now, I don't trust Pika to do any damage to it without possibly killing this Zangoose, so let's try just throwing a ball now that it's paralyzed. Okay, probably not going to be that easy, especially seeing as it knows Swords Dance. Learned that at level 10 in the wild, so it's pretty good to start being a physical sweeper. To start out, I'll definitely want to get my hands on it if I can manage. You really do not want to play nice. Well, let's try an Ultra Ball then. We did use a few of these on Charlie, the Skarmory, but maybe we can use just one? Nope. Do I risk attacking? I'll just try another Ultra Ball and then maybe a Timer Ball. I know that this isn't as useful as Sleep, but maybe we can manage to catch this thing. And it's at a pretty decent level where I can get to catch up. You know what? One more Ultra Ball and then a Timer Ball, just to... because I know that this thing doesn't have the best defenses, and I don't know what nature it ended up getting, so I don't want to risk... Okay, thank goodness. Alright. That will do nicely. This was a bit of a rare encounter, so I'm kinda happy to get it. Especially seeing as that means one route late... but especially seeing as this means that a route that we've already been to but couldn't really reach the tall grass of can be farmed later for a different Pokemon that was more prevalent on this route. Which would have probably been a near-dead route if we hadn't gotten Zangoose here. Especially seeing as this is the only place to get Zangoose, and I have just the name for you. Shogo. He'll be someone I look forward to adding to the team. For now, though, let's go up to this house because we also, last episode, ran into the creator of the Pokemon storage system here in Hoenn, Lynette. Oh, Seipher! I'm sorry everything is so cluttered. When I get engrossed in research, things end up this way. This is embarrassing. Please keep this a secret in exchange for this. Obtain the C-Dot doll. If you're playing Sapphire, she'll give you a Lotad doll. And another thing that happens from reaching this house, you get to... It goes from someone's PC to Lynette's PC. Anyway, with that, let's actually quickly swap Urbosa to the back. And let's put Sly Cooper up front because I really don't want to waste any EVs. I'd rather train EVs off screen. Granted, a few here and there can't hurt, but better to do this way. Let's grab this item ball, a protein. I'll want to save that for Shogo now that we've got him. And you know what? I'm actually going to show a different thing. If we actually go into the menu and press cut, or I guess we have to be in the grass to do so, you can actually cut the grass. It's a pretty shallow area, so it's not the best, but we can easily make use of it. But first, let's just throw up our repel because it's a lot less tedious that way to just grab the item here, or to make it through grass by using our repel and cutting it. Carbos right there hidden in that rock. It's a very useful item. Grants you 10 speed EVs, so another thing I'm going to want to give Shogo. I don't think that there's any other items of note around here. I could be wrong, though. And we'll just avoid that guy. And that's just a secret base, so we can avoid that. And are you going to turn? Get the feeling you're going to turn. Yeah, okay. Thankfully, he's not a turner. So I just wasted a little time for no reason. Anyway, we made it here to Meteor Falls. I believe if we go up this way, there's an item waiting for us. Full heal, that's definitely greatly appreciated. And what did we run into? A Zubat. Okay, that was kind of to be expected, I suppose. Let's quickly swap Urbosa to the front, just so that we can paralyze this thing and hopefully get this caught without too much trouble. Probably not going to add this to my team because I've already taken a Crobat pretty far into a previous Nuzlocke. And while it did serve me well, it's ultimately just a bad reminder for me, so probably not going to bring this Zubat into the fold unless I really need a backup. So with Lombardi and Charlie now, I think we're pretty much set for flyers. Still can't hurt to train this up into a Golbat at least, so that I don't run into it later on. And I already know what name I'm gonna give you. Barbara. Okay, now let's just use another repel. And yep, Sly Cooper's still around, so now we can get to what was actually going on in here. And I thought there was a hidden item there, but apparently not. So if we go here, it seems Team Magma grunts are bothering people. With this meteorite, Mount Chimney will. Huh? I don't know who you are, but if you get it in the way of Team Magma, don't expect any mercy. Hold it right there, Team Magma. Team Aqua won't allow you to get away with your misdeeds. Even Team Aqua joins us. But it's too much trouble to deal with you all. It doesn't matter. We've got the meteorite, so off to Mount Chimney we go. Be seeing you, you Team Aqua dingbats. Who might you be? Ah, so you are Seipher. I am Archie. As the head of Team Aqua, I have dedicated myself to thwarting the dangerous plans of Team Magma. Why? Because Team Magma is a great threat to us all. They have committed many destructive acts in their bid to expand the land. We, Team Aqua, love the sea above all. Team Magma is our sworn enemy. Archie, we should give chase to Team Magma. Yes, we must. We've got to hurry. There's no telling what Team Magma will do at Mount Chimney. Seipher, you should keep an eye out for Team Magma too. Farewell. Well, that's a bit odd. I'm so used to Emerald, where Team Aqua is technically the villains of Pokemon Sapphire and a joint evil team in Pokemon Emerald alongside Team Magma. It's a little weird seeing them as, I guess, I wouldn't say heroes, but anti-heroes in Ruby, but I suppose it works out. Oh, let's talk to this guy. I'm Cosmo. I'm a professor. I usually study meteorites in Fallarbor Town. And some people from Team Magma made me guide them to Meteor Falls. They promised me that they would excavate meteorites for me. But Team Magma tricked me. Oh, that meteorite. It will never be mine now. But that Team Magma. What are they going to do with that meteorite at Mount Chimney? Well, it would seem that we have our goal for right now. So we're going to just quickly head back to, well, I guess not quickly, but I'll be heading back to Mount Chimney to hopefully deal with these pests. Just gonna avoid combat for right now. Now, I will probably come back here later to make use of my FHH claws, Fishing Headbutt and Honey Tree, just because I always feel like fishing for an extra encounter is not that much of an issue in Nuzlocke, just because they limit what exactly you can get, so like there's only like I believe 2 or 3 different fishing pools that you can get for an encounter depending on your area, so you'll exhaust them pretty quickly. Therefore, I don't really see it as much of an issue to get an additional encounter in these ways. Anyway, we're just gonna quickly make our way back through Route 113. I suppose I should also say that in Route 113, that person who gave us the soot sack, he can make the various items that he can make are mainly a different variety, many varieties of flutes, 3 of which I only, and a few secret base decorations. 3 of the flutes I feel like you should definitely go out of your way to get, because they're basically permanent status effect healers that you never destroy, so granted not all of them are great. The blue flute cures sleep, the red flute cures infatuation, and the yellow flute cures confusion. Those would be the best, in my opinion, to grab no matter what. Anyway, let's just keep on going, because we're just gonna go right on back into the fiery path, and I'll just throw up another repel just because. That way we avoid any combat. And let's avoid fighting this guy too, because I never came back to fight him. And if we had come here earlier, Team Magma grunts would be blocking off this area, but now they're gone since we triggered the scene of Meteor Falls, and we can now talk to this person. The cable car is ready to go up. Would you like to be on it? Please step this way. And fun fact about this little scene, it's a rare occurrence, but you can sometimes see a hiker going up the mountain the old-fashioned way while we ride the cable car, but it's a very rare thing. You'll be lucky to see it at all. And you really only use this cable car like once or twice in the game proper, so probably not going to happen for you in the one time that you do go see it. Anyway, we can see that Team Magma and Team Aqua are currently in a heated brawl. Yeah, douse them in fire. If they expand the land, there'll be less habitats for water Pokemon. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what's up with me today. We go up this way. We actually see, okay, you're the boss of Team Aqua, yet you have a Poochyena. I mean, I know the reason out of universe. It's just that they didn't want to make an asset for a Mightyena, but you're using a Poochyena, Archie. Oh, Seipher. Please, you must stop Team Magma for me. They're trying to make this volcano erupt by using the stolen meteorite's power. It's all a part of their plans to expand the world's landmass. Well, that is certainly dangerous. Granted, it makes a lot more sense than in Pokemon Sapphire, where their goal is to basically make the... Actually, I'm not entirely sure what their goal is. Team Aqua steals the meteorite and brings it here for similar reasons, but in some way to cause the land to shrink, I think. I honestly don't get the science behind it. It makes much more sense here in Ruby and in Emerald, where Team Magma is the opponent in both cases. Anyway, I'm just going to quickly... we'll just use a soda pop on... Actually, you know what? We have plenty of super potions, so use those before, because soda pops heal just a little bit more and could be slightly more useful. And I think that's it for right now. Let's just face this guy. We of Team Magma are working hard for everyone's sake. Like, if there's more land, there'd be more places to live. Everyone would be happy. Yeah, nothing more dangerous than villains who think that they're doing something righteous. Anyway, we should be able to deal with this rather easily. One headbutt ought to do it. Thank you, Sly. And a Poochyena. You know what, let's send out Lombardi just because. Okay, well, that was a bit of a pointless thing for him to do, but whatever. I should also mention, since I sent out Lombardi and it just came to me, the Fiery Path does have Slugma, and you could, at least half of them will have Flame Body for its ability, which would be a good way to trigger a burn on Lombardi, or any Swallow, really, to activate their Guts ability. Because poison in this game, while it's much more prevalent and there are more Pokemon that can poison you, Gen 3 was before they started fixing the issue of having poison deal damage in the overworld, so... or at least before they fixed having poison damage you to death in the overworld. And it seems that Sly Cooper has another item. Let's see. An Ultra Ball. Okay, good. Need to replace some of the ones we spent. And I think we'll just go into this next battle with Sly Cooper at the lead. So you've come all the way here. But you're too late. I've already delivered the meteorite. From Meteor Falls to the boss. Okay, well, we'll be able to stop him just as we're stopping you. Magma Admin Tabitha. Well, I will say you look a lot more manic than the other grunts. I guess that's just being a admin for you. Not that you'll make much difference. I'm pretty sure Sly can handle whatever you send out against him. Okay, a Poochyena. You know what? Let's send out Lombardi again. Just so that he gets in on the attack EVs, and you know what? Let's send out Merc just because I know that I really shouldn't be getting attack EVs on Merc, but I want him to start getting a little trained up for the fight ahead. So let's try out this new Bubble Beam. Okay, decent enough, I suppose. Does cut the experience, but I'm fine with that. And a Numel, so we'll get a special attack EV that honestly Mark doesn't need because I'm pretty sure I filled up his special attack EVs thanks to the Macho Brace and going back to Route 102 to find Ralts over and over again. Oh, and some Roselias on Route 117. I'm sure glad I never took you on back at Meteor Falls. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that, Tabitha. Alright, well, now there's only one person before us, and let's just heal up that small bit of damage on Lombardi, just so that he's up to full strength for this fight. And I think I'll actually swap Forest to the front and then swap Pika to the front. Just because I feel like Pika is the one that I can risk losing at this point. Anyway, the power contained in the meteorite. By amplifying its power with this machine and Mount Chimney's volcanic activity will instantly intensify. The volcano will erupt, spewing lava that will cool and harden. It will expand the landmass. And also kill a bunch of people. Like, I know that you're not this dumb. Like, surely people can't evacuate by the time this eruption goes off if you act like this. I mean, seriously, man. Think before you act. You again. Now listen, we humans have grown on dry land. The land is everything. Its importance is paramount. That is why Team Magma are committed to expanding the landmass. It will create a space for new species of Pokémon to evolve. It will give us humans more space to advance. It also cuts off a bunch of habitats for seafaring Pokémon. And technically we can live on the water. It's a little harder than living on land, but I'm sure we could manage. That is Team Magma's vision. I can't allow an ignorant child like you to get in our way. I, Maxie, will show you the consequences of meddling. Alright, well, seems that we are finally in our first major Team Magma fight with Magma leader Maxie, and I will actually admit, this was the battle in my first run where I lost my first Pokemon in a Nuzlocke. And believe it or not, it was the Machop that I had caught on Route 112 in my first run, Jotaro. However, it wasn't because of this, although you could easily see why with an attack like that. I'm gonna have to actually swap Pika out. I thought his Quick Claw might activate, but I guess this just wants to be difficult. So let's get Pika out. We'll have Slide just deal with this Mightyena with a Headbutt. I know Strength is a little more powerful, but I figured maybe we could get a flinch. Nope. Okay, well, Sly Cooper can easily finish off that Mightyena. So Mightyena's Intimidate lowers the attack of whatever you send out first. Probably wasn't the best idea for Pika, but I figured he could handle it. But now he's sending out a Golbat, which is very fast and can be very dangerous. So let's shift in Urbosa to maybe take some of the pressure off. And Supersonic, of course it's Supersonic. Well, let's just use a full heal. We've got plenty of these. That way we can cure that confusion instantly. Shame we don't have static for our ability, but We'll be okay, I think. And now that Urbosa's taken a few hits, we should probably shift her out because I don't want to risk getting crit. And now it's time for a heal on Pika, because I also don't want to lose him, because he'll be rather useful for the next gym if he manages to survive. And thankfully he got a critical hit, so that Golbat is no longer an issue. However, Maxie's strongest Pokemon is what he's about to send out. And Sly Cooper gained a level. Okay, whatever. His strongest Pokemon is Camerupt, level 25. Magnitude, Tackle, Ember, and Amnesia can be very tricky to deal with. And this thing was actually what killed my Machop in my first run. It got a Magnitude 10 and crit, and I don't care how... Oh, and I guess it'll be my first death in this game too. Well, shoot. Well, Pika served his purpose. He was mainly here to just get me through Watson, but that kind of stings. Oh well. I suppose I can't be too mad. At least he set up a good switch into Merc to finish it off easily, because there's no dealing with a 4x weakness plus stab from a decent special attacker. So good on you, Merc. What? Maxie was caught off guard. Seipher got 2,000 Poke for winning. Ah, whatever. I will give up our plans for Mount Chimney. For the time being. But no one can ever stop us. Team Magma will prevail. Don't you ever forget that. Seipher, thank you. With your help, we thwarted Team Magma's destructive plan. But this victory doesn't mean the end of their evil plans. We will remain vigilant and keep up our pursuit of Team Magma. Seipher, we shall meet again. Well, that is a bit of a sour note. It seems I can't escape all of my failures of the first run since I lost Pika here, but oh well, better to lose him now than to have lost him before we needed him. I mean, granted, he would have been good to have for the next 2 gyms, but oh well, can't cry over spilled milk. Anyway, you want to make sure to go up to this device that Maxie was working with. A meteorite is fitted on a mysterious machine. You want to remove the meteorite? Yep, you want to make sure to grab this because it'll lead to a small reward if we take it back to Fallarbor Town, which I think I will do as our next thing. But for now, I think I will just end things off here. I know we didn't do a lot. It was mainly going to Meteor Falls and then running back up here to Mount Chimney, but I feel like we've done enough, and honestly, with that death, I kind of want to just think about what I should do for my team going forward, so I'm going to end things off here. I want to thank you all for watching. Until next time, stay gold.
Playback sequence terminated. Transmission disconnected.